The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello and welcome to Lucifer Raceway Mark III. This is the third version of a track. So I have a brand new layout, everything fed into Smart Race, but we have no track time so far. And I got a whole bunch of cars. Well, actually, all of them need to make some new track times on it. And so I've actually changed the way I do track times in the or hot laps. In the past, I was, trying to make kind of a qualification session where I wanted to do the fastest possible one lap only. And I was pushing the car faster and faster until it derailed or I felt that I couldn't get more out of the car. And that was recorded, the track time for that car. But after watching the Spinning Pinion about practicing, I actually thought that I probably need to change the way. I need to work more on the race pace. So instead of just tracking one best lap, I'm now taking each car 10 minutes on lap track 1 and 10 minutes on track 2. And then I add those together and see how many laps can that car actually produce in 20 minutes, 10 on each. The one track is definitely faster, it's track 1, and track 2 is slower, and because it's harder. It has the two toughest corners on the inside, so that's why it's slower. So on track 1, you can lean on the barrier and then just send it. So that's a change. I will still. So I have an Excel sheet where I'm going to track how many laps each car does on respective track 1 and 2, and I also record the fastest lap on track 1 and track 2 for that specific car. And I have, of course, a whole bunch of cars that needs to be tested. We have the we can't. My camera is just funky. We have the Peugeot 986. We're going to start with that one, and then we have over here we have a Sideways Ferrari 296. We have a Sideways Lamborghini. We have another Sideways Ferrari 296. And then at the bottom, we have the yellow and the black Ferrari 296 from Avant Slot. So those are the 6 cars that I'm going to start with and do some track times. I'm not going to force you to watch all 20 minutes per car, but I'll have the cameras going in case there's some funny wipeouts or if I send it through the window or something else. That normally happens, something like that. So with that said, let's get cranking on all the different times. I don't know where to put stuff. I need to get some space here. So I'll probably put on some fun, cool music and not talk so much and focus on driving. We have 2 cameras. We have camera, where is it? Camera 1 here, and then we have camera 2 over here. So you can see it from both sides because you never know where the action is going to be. So let's see. We have Smart Race set up, 10 minutes, and then I drive on track 1, and then I redo it and do track 2. 3, 2, 1, go. Red flag, what's going on? 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So what do we have? 79 laps. Best track lap time was 6 seconds and 2:36. So let's go and enter that into the little Excel sheet. We got 79 laps. Fastest lap was 6.236. Great. So now we just repeat the same thing, but we do track 2, which is slower. Now we'll see how much slower. Just take an opportunity to clean the tires so that we get the fair comparison. And I think this one, having a pretty long wheelbase and a small guide, I'm probably going to add some weight in the front. That's what I'm thinking. That might help the performance. All right, 79 seconds, 79 laps. If I do 70, that's good. I doubt it.
3, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
64 laps. But I think it's mainly because I'm not used to this track 2 at all. It's almost 65. It's right there in the last curve. 64 laps. And the best time on track 1 was 6.236, and it was 6.503, which means that this track 2 is definitely able to do fast laps if you are a competent driver, that is. And clearly I'm not, because it's only 0.3 of a second between the different best lap times. But what is that? That's 15 laps difference in 10 minutes. So anywho, then we'll continue with next car, which should be number 47. Ferrari 296 GT3 from Sideways. Let's go and collect the corpses. And inspect if we have any damages. I don't think so. Looks pretty okay. That's a good sign. Normally there's always something missing or broken, but not this time. So this one, Peugeot 986, goes to bed.